Good morning. It's Lisa from Lisa Heal Yourself, and I want to wish you a happy Easter. And this video is about hope on Easter. And I know that if you're chronically ill and you have been for a long time, you've lost hope many times, and maybe you're even in the depths today. Maybe you have no hope. Maybe you feel like it is hopeless. And I want to urge you to not give up. You know, it's a long journey. Healing when you're very, very sick is not always a quick journey. It's not a rewarding journey, it's not a pleasant journey, and it's not a particularly easy journey. But on the other side is a freedom. You know, when you're low, when you've experienced such low, is the only way you can ever experience such high, right? There's always an opposite factor to everything. So whatever you're experiencing now, in this moment of losing hope, of feeling helpless, of feeling lost, of feeling abandoned, of feeling like things will never get better, just remember the opposite side of that exists, right? The feeling of elation and health and joy and love, it all exists on the other side. And you are feeling this now, but you won't always have to feel like this. And I know when I was in the depths, I know when I suffered beyond words, I used to think, I'd roll my eyes at Easter and I'd be like, Jesus didn't suffer. I mean, being nailed to the cross and suffering for 6 hours and whatever, one whole day, what he did, 40 days of no food beforehand, whatever, fasting. I used to think that was a joke. I mean, I suffered so hard that I used to think, I wish I could switch places with Jesus, because that would have been good. You know, how would you like to suffer for, 6 years every day at your breaking point, right? And so it just seemed like, oh my God, I would trade everything in this lifetime to only have to suffer for 40 days, to only have to be nailed to a cross for 6 hours. Crazy what we think, right? I mean, can you imagine? I was yearning to trade places with something like that. I was thinking that would be better. Anyways, the reality is, no matter how long it takes, no matter how deep in a hole you are, no matter how hopeless it seems, there is hope. And I want to give you this hope on Easter. And that is to never give up on yourself, right? To never abandon yourself, your heart, your soul. It's important that you know that even if, and trust me, when I say I had symptoms, I had over 200 between physical and mental symptoms. It was beyond any human words to endure. And, at points I couldn't see, talk, walk. I couldn't think. I was in and out of psychosis. I was having suicidal ideation 24 hours a day for years on end. I mean, it was terrible. It was absolutely excruciating beyond human words. I didn't see any way out except death. I didn't see any way out. I didn't even recognize myself. I didn't recognize myself when I looked in the mirror. I didn't know who I was anywhere. I couldn't feel human emotions. I couldn't understand what people were saying. I was so fragmented, right? Pieces of myself. And I will do a video on this. I think it's coming next, about fragmentation, because it's so key to understanding. But when you've experienced such a severe degree of trauma, your body and your mind, your soul, everything, your body, mind, all the pieces that make up you can fragment in order to save yourself. Your body's not doing this to try to torture you, as I used to believe that my body was against me, right? For those of you out there who feel like your body's attacking you or against you, it is not. It is not attacking you, and it is not against you. It is for you. It is fragmented for your survival. So pieces of you, parts of you have fragmented off and have dissociated with yourself, right? So that you can no longer feel certain feelings, so that you can no longer, you're so dissociated and fragmented in an attempt. The body is doing its last attempt to salvage itself to, you've come apart, right? You've come practically apart and you're fragmented all over. And this is crazy enough to say it's a natural process. It is a natural process of trauma when you've been traumatized so much that your body attempts to save itself by breaking itself into pieces and by sending protectors in to protect part of you in every area. And it really ruins your life, but it has kept you alive, and you are here because your body is working for you. And it's your job now to bring these fragmented pieces back together, to bring your soul back intact, right? Your soul is there. And I know when I was at the depths, I could not even know who I was, but I still knew there was this tiny little piece right in the center of my soul that could rise sort of out of body experience, like a meditation, and look down, and I still knew who I was. I still knew the essence of me. I still knew I was in there, and I knew that essence said keep going, right? It was that essence, that soul essence that kept me going. And so I want to give you hope today to keep going. Because as you begin to put yourself back together, as you begin to put your body, your mind, your heart back together, your soul will come back in to alignment. You will start to come back together. You will start to integrate and become a whole person again. So, you can heal from anything, no matter how fragmented. Some people are more fragmented than others. And some people are more damaged than others. But there is nothing that you can't do and nothing that you can't fix if you continue to have hope and use self-love. Don't abandon yourself. You need yourself now more than ever. Stay with yourself, love yourself, and make a vow and a promise here today that no matter what happens, you will heal and you will not leave yourself. You will not talk negatively to yourself. You will not beat yourself up. You will not criticize or judge yourself or come down on yourself hard. You are doing the best you can. No matter what that looks like, you are doing the best you can, and you're doing what needs to be done to survive. Okay, I truly believe that. So believe that. And you can and you will heal if you make a commitment and you vow to heal, and then you stay with yourself with love and compassion, kindness, words of encouragement and strength. Talk to yourself like you would a child. Talk to yourself like somebody who is desperate and in need. Talk to yourself like someone who's suicidal, needs to be talked off the edge. Be your own mother. Be your own best friend. Be your own support system. Okay? Be there for yourself today, and don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. Hope is important. Keep that little flicker in your soul alive, and you can do this. I promise you can do this. Happy Easter. Even if it's not a good one, it will be. One day it will be. And you'll look back on this moment and you'll say, thank you, self. Thank you, self, for not abandoning me, for staying with me, for loving me. And you will feel yourself come back together as the person that you know, the real and true essence that you are, and you will be able to go forward in this world. So I wish you a happy Easter.